is. Okay, let's do this. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 443, recorded November 18th, 2015, and I'm not going to... Yeah, I will. Here's the obligatory... Oh my god, November. It's almost over.
It's almost Thanksgiving.
You know what that means, though? It's almost time for Toy Fair.
That's true.
Hooray.
Diecast is going to have a busy week.
Can't wait.
You enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're good
He
at it.
must, I mean.
We could send Don instead. Don, would you want to go to Toy Fair
How about
instead?
send Don with?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I don't know how far along I got. So this is Radio Free Cybertron 443. I'm Brian Kilby. With me, we have the Dastardly Don, the Courageous Chris, the Marvelous Matt, the Delectable Diecast, and the Joyful John DeLuna. I did that before, and I actually... That time I was actually...
And Rob Clay's here, too, I guess.
And Rob Clay. Shoot.
Robust Rob.
Rob was on assignment up until a few minutes ago, and I honestly, my brain, yeah.
He
Rob.
He just teleported.
Wow,
back.
Kilby. Wow.
I didn't do the show last week, and it was not fun.
Well, Rob, if it makes you feel any better, I appreciate that you're here.
I love that you're here.
Yes.
I love that Rob's here.
I appreciate that you're here so much that I decided to introduce you when Kilby forgot.
Well, thank you.
That's
No
very
problem.
nice. Very nice of you. Sorry, I take a week off, and I just completely forget how to do my job. Actually, I guess this technically isn't my job, but I totally forget how to do this. Okay, so, man, a lot of stuff going on, like, piled up all at once. So I'm like, oh, man, it's going to be an easy show. And then, like, 5 minutes into when we normally would start streaming, I was still, like, coding HTML and stuff, because I've got to do that, and which is stupid. I know, it's 2015. You shouldn't have to know that stuff, but, yeah, so... Busy afternoon, but I think the show will be worth it. Has anybody gotten anything new? XV apparently has the deluxe Combaticons.
Yeah, I do.
Ooh.
So, let's see where they put them. Okay, so, Vortex and Blastoff, who needs them? Well, I do, actually. I hope those things get broken.
Very nice.
No, okay, so, straight recolors, who even cares? So, really the big thing is Brawl, who has problems.
Oh no!
The whole lower body, is this panel right here. That's the entire lower torso, and it's made where it's supposed to lock together and like snap and be solid, but the parts do not fit together. So you can just kind of very easily it just tips backward. When it's standing straight up, it sits there fine. The balance is good enough, but it doesn't take much to just have it collapse like that.
Is that a common problem with that?
It's yes. As far as I can tell from the few people who have gotten Brawl already, they are all like this.
John, do you have?
I think the plastic they used
get mine tomorrow.
I think the plastic they used didn't cure quite the way they expected it to. So, like a little ridge is not as it doesn't reach as far as it's supposed to catch the other side. It's something that can be fixed in later production. So hopefully like the Unite Warriors one and maybe the BotCon one will not have this problem. Because it'd really suck if a BotCon exclusive has a design flaw like this.
So is
if
this...
that wasn't the case...
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If it wasn't for that flaw, like Brawl would not be a great figure, but it wouldn't be like a disaster like I'm taking it as now. There's cool things about it, like in the tank mode, the hand foot thing can sit up here like the G1 toy. The cannon elevates and it can still be removed and be a gun. So you kind of have to push it out from underneath to get it out. It's hard to do all at once, but like it's really clever the way they set it up to do that, and it can just stay there all the time if you don't want them to have a handgun like that. What I really like is the head sculpt, which I don't think my camera's gonna do a good job of showing, but it's a nice sculpt. It's got this gunmetal paint on it, which brings the details out really well. You know, there's things to like on this. I'll go into more detail when I review this on TFormers later this week or over the weekend. I'm not exactly sure how quick that's going to go, but there's things to like about it, but it has that one big design flaw, and it's hurting it pretty bad. The good news is the ARM mode, the parts do hold together, so the ARM mode actually is functional and more or less stable.
Furniture polish, it will not fix
The
this.
surprise, I don't think so, or if it would fix it in such a way it'd be hard to make anything else on it work.
Okay.
Because, like, if you stiffen that hinge, it's going to make it difficult to maneuver those parts for transformation into vehicle or limb modes. So I don't think that's going to be an option. I think this is something that there's parts on the side you might be able to shave down to get the panels to line up a little bit closer. But the black part is, I think, nylon. It's one of the unpaintable plastics, and that's really hard to like file or modify cleanly. The real surprise for me though was Swindle, which, you know, at BotCon we saw this was basically retooled Rook, but that's not exactly accurate. Swindle is effectively a new mold toy that shares engineering. The only parts that are shared are the pelvis, the upper legs, and these pieces on the elbows and the transformation hinges. Everything else is new parts.
Wow.
Like 90% of the toy is new parts. Swindle is actually the best thing out of the wave, which if we can't have all of the toys be good and new and what they should be, at least they got Swindle right. I'm really happy with Swindle.
Swindle should be the best toy. So
He stole all those new parts. That's what happened.
The face sculpt, which is not focusing well here, is like really spot on too. Swindle came out so well. I am so happy with that.
Very cool.
But yeah, Vortex has one notable problem where the biceps, the like teal plastic, seems to be a little bit too big for the elbow joints. So there's like stress marks on the inside of the elbow hinges on mine already. So you might want to watch out for that. Very tight. Anybody have any specific questions I can try to address?
Can't think of anything.
No, you covered everything pretty well there.
Yeah. So avoid Brawl for now. Maybe they will notice what happened and do like a revised production in the near future, or you know, there could be a running change like there was with RC's hands, or again, Unite Warriors will probably have that sorted out. Also, the color is kind of ugly, but you know, Jar of Pain will fix that.
So Diecast got Trax, Spartan, and Megatronus.
Yes. Megatronus, I just happened
How's
to...
Trax?
Trax is... I didn't review him yet, but he's okay. He's not the best masterpiece. He looks pretty nice, but he definitely has some issues that you wouldn't expect a masterpiece to have. Like there's really no way for his head to lock in, or the piece that his head is on. So it's very loose. It's either like he tilts his head all the way back, or if you pop that panel up, you hear really like a click, and then his head is loose front ways. So, and it just kind of, there's places for it to tab in, but if you move the figure at all, most of those tabs untab. So, I mean, he looks really good. I just wish there was a little bit more they would have done with him.
Interesting.
Brian, that's something I was going to ask you, but I'll just ask you now. With them increasing the production schedule of these masterpieces, with what we've seen for Ironhide, Ratchet, and then Hot Rod, and now the issues with Trax, do you think maybe this faster production schedule compared to what we had before is causing some of these problems?
I mean, it depends on what you call a faster production schedule. I mean, if it's the same designer churning out more crap, very likely. Or if it's, I mean, the same people, but if they add bodies to it, I wouldn't necessarily see it being a major issue. But I mean, there's always going to be a trade-off, quality for, you know, speed.
Because I mean, we've already got, you know, we've seen Ironhide, Ratchet, Shockwave, and Hot Rod that we know of 4 masterpieces already, and Clamp Down if you count Clamp Down, it's 5.
Well, Ironhide and Ratchet
And-
share a mold though, and Clampdown is a repaint, so it's not as many new. There's
Oh,
not
yeah.
as much new engineering as you think.
But I'm just wondering if I can't remember what we knew about this many masterpieces coming out this soon.
So I guess one question is like the stuff is masterpiece, and I mean it is what it is. But like comparing the engineering to something, say like I don't know, Voyager Springer from a couple years ago, do we really see the difference being that different engineering wise? I mean stylistically they're different, but from a complexity, etc., I don't really see it being that far off.
Not too far off, no.
So then I don't know that it's a masterpiece issue, or like a time crunch or whatever. It may be something else.
I just was wondering.
Yeah, don't know. But yes, I mean, so like think though, the biggest quality problem that we've had ever, as far as I'm concerned, with Masterpiece, was MPO9, long before this stuff.
Yeah.
And it was garbage. Yeah, yeah, but that's something. John's gonna get his Combaticons tomorrow, and my big box of pile of loot is coming tomorrow as well.
Let's see if my brawl is broken.
Yeah.
I'm guessing yes.
John, where did you get yours from?
Big Bad.
I pre-ordered and they're still not in my.
You're what, the Combaticons?
I guess you were too
Yeah.
late to the boat, Diecast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you might
'cause
have like
mine's
pre-ordered
sitting in my
and got
pile
the
of
second
loot.
wave.
So is mine.
Yeah.
Wow.
When did you pre-order? Did you pre-order like the day they went up?
Yeah.
Maybe they went so fast that
Sucks
that
to
was
be
still
you.
not fast enough. Yeah.
I'm
I don't know.
usually always on the first round. Maybe everyone was complaining the Big Bad Toy Story. I
Oh
got
man.
kicked to the end.
Real side, that reminds me. Quick tangent. So there's a art studio based in Austin, Texas called Mondo. They did a series, which is now concluded, of amazing Batman the Animated Series prints. Each one based off a specific episode of Batman the Animated Series. Amazing! You should look them up. Mondo posters. Anyway, so I tried to buy a couple of them. They sell out. Every one of them. Each time they release them, they sell out in an average of about 30 seconds.
Are they officially licensed?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Oh, they're nice.
Oh my gosh, so ridiculous. And then obviously instantly, like literally within 5 minutes, they're all up on eBay for 4 or 5 times what you buy them on the gallery's official site. So I hate stuff like that. I just want to tell everybody that. Instead of doing 250 limited edition prints, why don't you do 2,500 so your real fans can pay like the actual intended price instead of just handing money to scalpers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I checked my order date. My order date was the October 25th. So
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what's up with that. I'm
Hold
also
on,
getting
Big.
Spartan, so I'll be interested to trade thoughts with you on Spartan at some point.
yeah, well, there's a review for that.
Yes, indeed. Maybe I'll post a counter review. We'll never actually talk to each other. We'll just post like dueling YouTube videos. Last thing on the Mondo thing. The if you're so smart, why aren't you rich poster is like
Yeah.
the greatest Batman poster ever. I love it so
very
much.
nice,
I
very
want it.
Yeah, so I should let's see here. Gosh, I'm afraid to go through all the stuff that I'll get. I might as well tell you because I probably
We'll
will
know
not,
anyway.
I'll probably not even
Because by the time you get it, you will not be alive anymore to tell us.
pretty much. 6-shot Asian exclusive, Sphinx, Trax, Spartan, Nightbird, Slipstream, Black Arachnia, Rumble and Frenzy from Transformers Adventure, the re-release of that, and Legends Ultra Magnus.
That's what I want to ask y'all guys' opinion here for a second, because I was looking at Sphinx, but I can't decide which color is closer to the animation model, because the animation model always was, changing there. And which one do y'all think looks better?
I
Just
can't
y'all-
tell
y'all-
either.
I think, Don, what it comes down to is, do you like the brighter colors or the darker colors better, personally?
Yeah. I'm just trying to get it as close to the animation model, but with Mirage, his blue kept changing all the time, and it's hard to tell.
Okay, get both then, and that way you can simulate the animation error.
Nice. Just mix their parts too, so they're just like several shades of blue. You got two and several shades of blue. Would that impact if you are you going to buy the Make Toys Hound, Don?
I am considering getting the classic color version.
Yeah, okay. I was going to ask if that impacts your choice there.
Then get the darker Sphinx to go with him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's go ahead and jump to this week in history. So in 1985, this week, that makes it 30 years ago, and I said 20 years ago on Facebook when I was talking to somebody. 30 years ago this week. Possibly the best or worst week of the Transformers ever. 1985, the Transformers episodes The Girl Who Loved Powerglide, Sea Change, and Hoist Goes Hollywood premiered in the U.S.
That was
Hoist
certainly
Go Hollywood was horrible, but I love The Girl Who Loved Powerglide.
I love them all.
I loved Hoist Goes Hollywood.
I like them all.
Okay, Hoist Goes Hollywood is the one where Megatron is abusing Starscream just because he's last year's toy, right?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will like Sea Change, but I do kind of like Sea Change just because it is a Sea Spray episode.
Yeah.
And, it was nice to get a Sea Spray focus episode.
Yeah. Very much so.
And Rumble turns into a tree. But
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's a 30-year-old powerhouse brand, folks. Episodes like that.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so let's see here. Jumping into the news, Cityneon secures rights to Transformers exhibitions and events across the United States and the world, with the exception of Indianapolis and Japan. Yeah, so that's interesting. So that's raised a lot of questions as to whether or not it's an exhibition, like a museum sort of style exhibition, like, what is it, Body Works or something like that.
That would be the best.
I know. Or if that includes like conventions. So it says events. Certainly that's not the legalese. That's not necessarily what the contract says. But I mean, the press release says events too, right? I mean, that's not just editorializing, so or speculation. So I mean, events are events. I don't know what this means for FunPub and BotCon, but it is interesting that their social media is not dispelling rumors. They're just not mentioning anything.
Is their social media active usually?
Well, their social they've been posting.
Like if they posted in the last week?
Yeah, they've posted several times today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't know what to say. You'd have to see the contract.
Or maybe they don't know what to say. Maybe they can say nothing. Maybe they don't want to say anything.
Well, sometimes, I mean, at least in the company that I've been in, we're the last to know when a company's leaving us, or like our contract's not going to be renewed.
Oh yeah, very true.
So they may not know anything, and I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just saying that they may not know if they're not being renewed.
Yeah. So it's interesting. We'll find out more in the coming weeks, I suppose. So also, the Transformers Experience 2016 coming from Victory Hill. Is Victory Hill part of Cityneon, or is this a separate company?
I think it is, but I'm not sure.
I'm not. So
Part of Cityneon, that is.
So what this is going to basically be what?
Yeah.
This is a Jack story. Jack wrote this. Okay, I thought one of you guys did. So it seems like it's going to be it seems like it's a multimedia experience, which is it like a media blitz, something like that?
I don't know. As far
Like
as
the whole thing about this. Go ahead and finish, Rob.
As far as I've been able to tell, that this company does installations places, kind of like the road shows Takara does in Japan. So it's probably going to be that kind of thing.
I mean, I will be completely honest. Since I have read this, but doesn't make sense. It's just one of those things. I mean, it says a
I
lot of
read
words.
I read the press release, the first press release. I haven't read the Victory Hill one. I read the Cityneon one. I read Cityneon's website, and quite honestly, I have no idea what this company actually does.
Exactly. Like, between these two releases, there is no information on what they're actually doing.
Yeah.
But it's a weird one. So this is likely the sort of stuff that's coming, but who knows? Who knows? Okay, so okay, this was going to be the lead, but we started with that because that's just a weird one. In case you haven't heard, there is a leak out there for Titan Wars Fortress Maximus, and it sure is Fortress Maximus. It looks pretty good. He is a double headmaster / Titan master. So Cerebros' headmaster is Spike, apparently, and Cerebros is Fort Max's headmaster.
Well, I'm still campaigning for Verity in the comics, but that's just me.
Oh, Don, there's no way.
That is just you.
That is absolutely, you're the only person on Earth who wants that.
So I guess this is going to be the same size as Metroplex, because I think it looks like it does share some Metroplex parts.
I'm looking at it. I've looked at it thoroughly. They do not look. They share a passing resemblance. It is entirely possible that they are somewhat. That he's possibly a heavy retool, but he only shows a passing resemblance in certain spots to Metroplex for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the analysis that I've gathered from a lot of people looking at this and spending more time on it than I cared to, because I'm not convinced it's completely accurate. There are parts shared. Some of the parts, like Fortress Maximus's ramps, are the ramps on the arms are Metroplex's shins, which just seems weird. And it's like, they're using some of the same parts, but they're moving them to different parts of the body, and it makes me start to think this is not exactly what we're being led to believe it is.
Yeah, I still think his forearms and hands are from Metroplex. Especially his forearms. There's some detailing on the forearms that's very clearly Metroplex-y. So
Yeah,
I would say the thighs too. Yeah.
yeah, his upper thighs.
So, but at 179.99.
the other thing to keep in mind is this. The proportions on this are distorted too. Like, if it's Metroplex parts, it should actually be taller and less wide. So I think this picture is also bad as that goes.
Yeah, like maybe it shrunk a little bit, or not perfectly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's he looks squat compared to Metroplex, who's very tall and lean, I would say, by comparison. Maybe though it could also be the photo. Mute didn't work, Don.
A cough.
Hit the cough button.
So
That's what you have it for, Don.
He hasn't been using it.
Oh yeah, okay. That's why.
The thing I'm interested about, assuming this thing is accurate, is the exclusive Titan Master figure. Because does that mean that only this, first version with the sword is going to come with Spike, or does that mean that there's going to be an extra Titan Master to man one of the little gunning stations or something?
Well, if Spike is Cerebros' head, I doubt he'd be exclusive.
My guess is Fort Max came with COG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaskin and Gromit.
So I think what it's going to be is like the $5 price point Titan Master figures with the little transforming vehicles. There will just be an exclusive one of those with this, like Metroplex had what's face black car.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Scamper.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think it's just going to be that, and it's just going to be like some recolor head that already exists.
So what's the XFL of 2/19/2006? Is that when this is scheduled to release?
The Extreme
or...
Football League? That was the Vince McMahon thing.
Yeah,
underrated.
Oh,
that's got to be a shipping term, right? Some kind of
Oh yeah, let me go back to it. So I know
Yeah,
about shipping.
Okay, what was the abbreviation again?
XFL.
Because that's awesome if we're going to be able to start buying this thing in February.
I doubt this is going to come out in February because I don't think anything Titans Return is starting until about the summer.
Well, doesn't
Well,
this
it's
say it would be
supposed
the
to be-
first product?
Yes. And that's the other thing that's curious about this is it says it's going to be the first Titan Wars product. So this may be out of date, to say the least.
Oh, I'm sure it's out of date.
Well, they changed the name from Titan Wars to Titan Returns not that long ago. I'm sure there's still internal documents with both names floating around.
True.
So here's what I'm thinking. Remember when Age of Extinction was getting started, and in February of that year, Amazon had an exclusive $60 chromed Optimus Prime?
First edition.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is like 2 or 3 of those all in one price-wise, but they may be looking at doing a similar kind of thing to spearhead Titan's Return. They'll do a limited run with premium deco or stickers or something, and then later in the year they will do the general release one, which will be simpler and...
No, Chrome Fortress Maximus is going to be for San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, no, not Chrome necessarily, but like, extra sheet of stickers, more paint apps, stuff like that.
Or no stickers.
Exclusive Titan Master.
No stickers and tampagraphs. That's what I want.
Grand Max will be for
Japan.
Grand Max will be for Japan, if at all.
Yeah, I'm figuring not at all since we never got a Metro Titan.
I agree 1000%.
Yes. That's why I said Chrome. Yep.
It'll be something stupid like Chrome, yeah.
Well, hopefully if it does follow the first edition Prime, because those are now showing up at Ross's for $32.99. So maybe 2018 we'll get Fortress Maximuses at Ross's for $49.
No, Fortress Maximus is going to sell like wildfire.
Diecast is right.
It's Fortress Maximus.
They're not going to make enough of them. It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not going to make so many.
I was joking.
No, Don. I could see you being right. I expected that with Metroplex. I fully expected that with Metroplex.
Yeah. I'm still disappointed it didn't happen.
Yeah,
with
no,
Metroplex.
I don't think it's a bad sentiment at all. I just
it doesn't appear to be happening with Devastator either.
I only saw one Metroplex the entire time it was out, and that was at a Toys R Us Spider Wired.
Me too.
I saw the one they gave away at Trypticon. That is the only time I ever saw it.
Well, I did see the wall of Metroplex at BotCon, but I'm saying out in the normal wild, I saw one.
I just saw Devastator in Toys R Us, and I was surprised because I thought I wasn't going to see that anymore.
Excellent. Don mentioned that first edition Optimus Prime for $32 at Ross. For $32, not a bad toy.
True, but if you can get the Target Silver Knight version, the paint is a lot. It's a lot nicer paint job.
Okay.
And if you get the regular Prime, the regular leader Prime, it's a much better looking Prime than the first edition version.
Okay.
Because I think I've got all three.
And Transformers are 25% off at Target right now.
Very cool.
With the Cartwheel app.
With the Cartwheel app.
Target.
That runs through Saturday.
So what in the hell is the Cartwheel app?
It's their mobile. It's their mobile coupon app.
Oh, okay.
They just
basically,
need to get something.
like how some of your grocery stores have the shopper card that you have to use. It's the app version of that, yes.
So as soon as my Target gets something in, I'll be right there.
My Walmart's just got in Wave 4, by the way. And I did pick up the Wave 4 Deluxes.
Yeah, and the Walmart near me has not Battle Gaia.
Don't tease me, Don.
No, the white Prime.
Battlecore Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Battlecore Optimus Prime, yeah.
Oh, and actually, while I'm thinking of it, even though we're past that point in the show, I bought some Power Ranger stuff, and I don't remember what it was.
You got a Rescue Megazord and
Serpentera.
Is either one of those any good?
The
Rescue Megazord's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never handled the Serpentera, but it sure is big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rescue Megazord is one of the few that have actual vehicle, robot, and combiners like a regular Scramble City figure in Power Rangers.
They were $20 each.
Yeah, you got a good deal on that.
Yeah.
That Rescue Megazord is missing all of its stickers for some odd reason.
The guy had more stuff, and he tried to sell it to me for $15, but I felt bad because I'm like, no, dude, I will pay you $40, which is your asking price. I think he was just so happy to make a sale. Yeah, he hasn't made a profit yet. Yeah, nice guy though. Let's see here. What do we have going on? Okay, so Hasbro's investor presentation. Skip to the point. Micronauts. Hasbro branded, or Transformers branded Micronauts. And it looks like they're going to be little mini Micronauts. I like saying Micronauts. And the fact that it's 2015, we have Micronauts.
Why do we care about Micronauts?
Because they're Micronauts.
Well, here's the thing.
You're just not old enough, Diecast.
Yeah.
I don't remember Micronauts, so...
Right, you're not old enough.
Yeah.
And neither are you. You're younger than he is.
Yeah, and
No, but I'm explaining to Diecast why he doesn't care about this. He's not old enough. I don't care about it either.
But here's the weird thing. Micronauts and G.I. Joe have a history interconnected. G.I. Joe is pretty much on life support, yet they're starting a new line, which technically gave...
I lost you there, Don. Go ahead. Repeat that.
Oh. Micronauts and G.I. Joe have a history of interconnectivity in Japan. G.I. Joe is a line that's basically on life support in the U.S., yet they're starting a new line that was originally connected with G.I. Joe in the U.S., and G.I. Joe is still practically dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a very weird thing that they're starting.
That's why they're connecting it to Transformers now.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, you would think they would, one of their flagship properties like Joe, you think there would be a lot as much media focus, or at least getting it back up and running.
I will say one of their properties like G.I. Joe. I don't think I can say flagship.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but considering what has made the money and what hasn't outside of toys, especially recently.
G.I. Joe is the flagship that's been decommissioned, Don.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, the name still the name still carries a lot of weight.
and I mean, if you want to talk about putting things that spun off from G.I. Joe, giving them more of a focus in G.I. Joe itself, if you follow that chain of events down through Microman, you get to Transformers, and they put a lot more into Transformers than they have G.I. Joe lately.
Yeah, it just sort of struck me as weird as how G.I. Joe is still not been boosted back up to the level it
Because
was.
it's dead.
The problem,
Don.
the problem with G.I. Joe is people know the name G.I. Joe. So if you want to take it and totally recreate it, people are going to be, well, that's not G.I. Joe anymore. But Micronauts is probably a lot less well known, so they can take it and kind of push it into the Transformers universe, and no one's really going to, bat an eye at it.
I would totally agree with that.
It's a shame Creo totally bombed out in the U.S. because that was the perfect way to make G.I. Joe be a thing again.
We're getting more Creo though, aren't we?
Well, China
We're
is.
not.
Oh, it's China.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's China because they're doing Creo of China's homegrown tokusatsu property.
Yeah, I really don't understand why Creo didn't do well, because Lego
Because
is
it's
such
garbage, Diecast.
No, I love the
Way too
Creo
much
stuff.
competition.
Yeah, that's it.
and
Go
sorry.
ahead, Don.
And for those people out there that have Ollies, the G.I. Joe Creos are showing up at Ollie's for the holiday season. No Technodrome, but I did see several of the sets.
Oh wait, is the Technodrome still $30 at Toys R Us?
I never saw one at my Toys R Us.
I mean,
I've never.
online. Diecast,
Online it was.
Diecast sent that to me. For whatever reason, I forgot about it.
Oops.
Yeah. Yeah. The running joke is it's a Pintor with a free Technodrome.
Terrordrome.
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 Well, at that price, it actually is.
Sorry, I
Now
always confuse my
Mega
Terrordrome
Blocks
for-
could give us a Technodrome.
Yeah. Actually, doesn't Lego have TMNT at this point?
Not
Or did
anymore.
Mega-
No.
Oh,
not
it moved
anymore,
again.
Mega
Right.
Blocks, yeah.
$20
For the
29
Wow.
$29 for the Terrordrome.
wow.
That's
No,
pretty-
at NYCC they showed off all the Mega Blocks turtle stuff. which was
That's
great.
Yes, including that Krang. Yes.
I would
now
love
remember.
I would love to know what the story is behind that.
A better
Money?
deal for Playmates or
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
who-
Mega
Or
Blocks.
Lego didn't want it
Nickelodeon.
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mega
because I
Blocks
can't
breaking
see
the bank.
Lego getting outbid.
Maybe Lego didn't want it.
I could see that.
That's
I'm
what
not-
I.
it's
That's
not-
what I mean.
It's not money. It's also just different terms and royalty
Different-
percentages and minimum.
Different terms, or that was more valuable to Mega Blocks than it was to Lego, and Mega Blocks just gave them a better deal.
Maybe
that's what I'm saying.
Lego has Star Wars and Marvel and DC. I don't think they were too worried about Turtles. something they could let go.
Maybe
Yeah.
they couldn't get the video game rights, which would be a pity, but
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
yes.
Lego Ninja Turtles would have been great.
It would have to be like the old game, this Nintendo game that was put out by Acclaim sub-brand, whatever it was.
Konami's
Ultra.
Ultra.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
Acclaim. Yeah.
I wonder how much of this is going to be in the Lego Movie 2 now. Like, I wonder at what point do they cut it off and say, all right, we got to write with these
Well,
licenses.
Maybe that'll make the second one enjoyable.
Oh,
Oh my
Don.
God.
Can I mute Don?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Kick him
Kick
off
him
the
off
show.
the internet.
Don, hold your cough button down for a couple hours.
I'm sorry. I just did not find that movie entertaining.
Oh my
You're dead inside, Don.
God.
I probably am, but I still did find the movie entertaining.
If it had Vanellope von Schweetz, would you find it entertaining?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. For some reason, I thought you were going to say Vanilla Ice. And
So did
That
I.
works too.
I'm sorry.
Don, how do you feel about Vanilla Ice?
Don is a fan.
Don is not a fan. I know firsthand. Kim is making you a mixtape, Don, of nothing but Ice Ice Baby. I just want you to know that.
Come on now, stop.
I have a specific set of skills. I will find.
Bartering at BotCon is not going to affect Kim one way or the other.
Nice.
Okay, so we have new photos of MP21R, the red Bumblebee.
This seems so much like when I hosted last week. It's amazing.
I know. Oh man, yeah, okay. So he's nice looking. He's a red Bumblebee, and he's nice looking.
I wonder how many cliff jumper heads we're going to see for this figure before we. I mean,
Dr. Wu hasn't even
third party
tried that
was,
yet.
yeah, third party cliff jumper heads, because that way, if you didn't mind having the wrong car mode, you've got your cliff jumper.
It still wouldn't
Sort
look
of.
right.
Yeah, I mean, even the robot mode shapes are different too.
But most people wouldn't know the difference. Is the thing.
Yeah, most folks, they have, this thing that they're the same car, just different heads.
Don's right.
Well, that's the cartoon's fault mostly, though.
Yeah.
This is Takara just laughing at us before they give us an official cliff jumper.
No, I think I put this in the article on TFormers. I believe this was late at night, so I can't really remember. I think it's kind of an indication maybe that it's going to be a while before a cliff jumper can be a thing. So here's something that can be kind of a stopgap.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Takara is literally laughing at us. It's
Not
probably
until after they have our money, that is.
Yeah.
Well, when we get our cliff jumper officially, I hope they do add that super huge, massive cannon that he had in More Than ECI Episode 1.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they?
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be the same size as Bumblebee. They're going to have to pad that out to sell it at the same price.
Although they could maybe give us an actual chip with. Although I hate for them to use the exosuit, that wouldn't make any sense.
And never
This
mind.
is where Takara or third parties have to stop, recognize, and listen that they need to, put out a cliff jumper now, because obviously Takara's not going to be doing it for a little bit. So get your third party cliff jumpers out now.
If somebody makes a third party cliff jumper and calls it like Mountain Goat,
Yeah.
I would have to recognize their achievement there.
Well, he does have the horns. I mean, you can.
Well, and cliff jumper.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
Call it. But who was in that movie Cliffhanger? Was it Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So call it the
Stallone.
Rock.
Call him Rocky.
Stallone.
Call him Rocky.
So the new Sega Transformers Human Alliance game is the Super Deluxe is freaking huge. It is roughly the size of a child's bedroom, if you can believe that. And if you're watching the video, here's a photo of it. It's frightening one. It's like that clown bed from The Simpsons that gave Bart nightmares. It looks terrible, but it's got an 80-inch screen.
Nice.
80-inch screen.
Yes,
Just in time for the arcade craze sweeping the nation.
Yes. This will be a Dave & Buster's near you soon.
This will be a Dave & Buster's.
This will be a Dave & Buster's.
It'll be the only game they have.
Is this a different game, or is it the same one that I already beat?
It's like a upgraded version thereof.
I played it for like 30 seconds, and I'm like, I'm done.
I had one
and
of
then
those.
like the place we went to in the Chicago suburbs this year will get this, but they'll have to get rid of everything else they have since it's roughly the same size as that building.
Yeah. Pretty much. But there's that. And big news, I think. Platinum Edition reissue Trypticon now available in stock at Amazon. He is $169, something like that.
That's the
That
cheapest
was
price I've seen.
Like 163 when I posted the article, but you know how Amazon is; it fluctuates.
159.94
Oh, wow,
at the
Oh,
time of the
even better.
recording.
Yeah, so $159.94. It's not bad. And if you want to buy it, go to tfradio.net/Trypticon. TRYPTICON.
Wow.
You can buy
I'm really hoping this is going to be like one of those Black Friday lightning sales that I can get for like
buy it
$100.
now. Buy it now. Buy it now. $159.
I can't do it.
Buy it now. $159.
Okay, Diecast.
If
here's
you
what
buy
do.
it now, RFC will get more money from Amazon.
Yeah,
no,
like
no,
an
no,
extra
no,
dollar.
no. Listen. Diecast. Here's what you do: buy one now at full price, and then when the lightning deal happens, buy another one, so you get the deal.
Or
Like a car.
so I probably shouldn't tell you this because I don't know if Amazon likes this, but I found out that if they change their prices not long after buying something, email their customer service, and they'll adjust the price for you if they feel that it's if they feel that it makes sense. Like the keyboard that I have, I think I paid $80 for it, and like 3 days after I got it, it dropped down to $60. I sent them an email; they gave me a $20 credit.
Nice.
tfradio.net/Trypticon. You can buy it. It'll help us out, and it's fantastic.
And the good thing is that you might could piece a G1 together cheaper, but then you have to worry about the electronics, corrosion from the batteries, getting all the parts.
Don,
I know,
like,
so
no, Don, let me finish. Like, your thing is going around dealer rooms and stuff and scavenging and finding everything you can. Like, you get a big you would have a greatest thrill going around a few conventions and piecing together a Tripticon.
no, I
But
wouldn't.
there's a lot of Don, shut up. There's a lot of effort in that, and you can save that effort by just buying this new pristine Tripticon.
Diecast gets a sick feeling in his stomach touching a toy that another human being has already touched.
Yeah.
You make
No,
that
no.
joke, but I actually know people who literally feel that way.
Yeah.
You know why I think it is? I used to be encouraged to give away my toys to friends of the family who, didn't have a lot. But one year I gave them my toys, and I happened to have chicken pox that year, and they got chicken pox, and they told me it was from my toys.
Wow.
So,
What I was going to say is that normally I like doing exactly what you're saying. It's part of the thrill, but for what you would be paying in time, effort, gas if you drove locally,
Exactly.
yeah, this is a lot easier way. Plus, you don't have to worry about electronics failures, corrosion problems, gears stripped.
And if you only have Gigastorm, that doesn't even have the electronics, and it has a gigantic horn.
but Don,
Isn't
if
it missing a few of the other parts as well? This is
Yeah.
absolutely complete. I remember everybody was surprised about that.
Yeah,
But
like
Don,
the-
if you
the,
saw a couple things on eBay that you got for like $8 and you make 15 off of them, and then you times that by 3,
Buy a new computer.
That's a couple new things off a Trypticon.
Buy a new
Okay,
computer.
okay. Here's the thing. I don't care about Trypticon. My Trypticon is loose and complete. I got for $23 in 1988 at a flea market.
That's like
I'm
$2,000
good.
Oh, nice.
in 2015. No.
I'm good. I don't need another Trypticon.
Don, you need a new computer. Forget Trypticon, buy a new computer. Okay, so
at SDCC, when somebody was interviewing the Hasbro guys there, they actually talked about how they had to remake several of the molds for Trypticon's parts
not surprised.
to actually make a complete Trypticon reissue. So, like, everything is there, and some of it is, newly remade too. So it's tip-top shape.
But the cool thing
And this is also way cheaper than anybody really expected this to come out at.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was thinking it'd be over 200.
Yeah, and I can imagine the younger kids, if the parents are getting if they get one big thing and this is it, they don't care about the articulation and all the stuff the older collectors do. Can you imagine being 9 or 10 and you get
5 or
this
6
box,
on, 5 or 6.
or whatever, and them opening up this boxes and it's this gigantic transforming dinosaur city robot
That walks.
that walks. I mean, just imagine. This is the kind of classic Christmas I used to have when I opened up and I got Scorponok.
Well, yeah, but like
You're the happiest 25-year-old ever, Don.
So,
Nintendo
like,
64.
the 9 or 10-year-olds though would get this, and then they'd be hopping on their iPads and tweeting how angry they are they didn't get a new iPhone instead.
Yep.
Okay. Again, tfradio.net/Trypticon. He's a pretty cool toy. But if you want to actually buy anything on Amazon, Christmas and the holidays are coming up. It's super cheap and it's awesome. And if you buy anything through our link, tfradio.net/Amazon, or go to tfradio.net and click on one of our Amazon links, basically Amazon sends back a little bit of money to help us out as a thank you for sending you our way.
And since next Friday is the day that shall not be mentioned,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that they'll have plenty of
Oh, yeah.
specials. Because where I work, I'm working 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. Thursday.
So I will say this.
So-
And I'll shut up about Amazon. They are on Black Friday going to have the new Fire tablet, the $50 one, for $35. And I will say this: I am a technology whore. I love technology. I bought one of the $50 Fire tablets, and I like it. It's completely usable. And
It's completely usable, Brian Kilby 2015.
Dude, okay, so $500 iPad, $50 Fire tablet. If the Fire tablet is perfectly functional, so if you're not going to drop $500 on an iPad, do that.
It's a functional tablet.
Or just spend $500 on an iPad. through
Look,
our
if
link.
you don't want to pay $200 for this iPhone from last year, you can get this $10 flip phone, and it'll be a perfectly functional phone.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, I want to ask you a question, and just for other people that maybe, I'm sure there's no one as dumb as I am when it comes to computers. If I bought that tablet,
You could open Chrome and it wouldn't crash your tablet.
no.
Oh no, buy a computer, not a tablet.
No, can I finish my
Well, I
question?
mean, what kind of computer could he even buy for $50?
No, I'm just saying, for example, if I wanted to buy that tablet and get online with it, would I have to have Wi-Fi, or could I hook it up to my cable
Okay,
modem?
you really aren't that good with computers, are you, Don? You would need Wi-Fi.
Okay, all right. I didn't know whether I didn't know whether I could connect to my cable modem and just use it.
Trying to shove the tablet into the modem. Take it.
No, I mean wireless bridges that they could that he could
A
attach to his
dongle.
PC.
I'm laughing I laugh so hard I am dizzy. That is fantastic.
No, I figure that, like, for example, the wire from the Cat 5 cable would have an adapter that would turn
Go
it
to
into
USB.
Okay, so it's
so that's what I'm serious. I
Sadly,
mean,
USB is not quite that universal, Don.
Don is actually, I'm laughing. Don is 100% in the right here, because there are ways of connecting to Cat 5 over USB.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh yes,
And then you need a micro adapter to go from.
it would be okay. So it would be a USB OTG
Oh,
cable,
man.
USB on the go cable. Plug it in. Plug that into your USB dongle, and you have internet. Don, it is probably possible. It was definitely possible on a Windows tablet. Most likely not possible with this.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
I have to think, too, with all those adapters you'd stack up, and the step down from Cat 5 to USB, like, USB is fast, but I mean...
USB 2 is is faster than your internet connection by like a factor of 50.
That's why I was asking the serious question for anyone else that was, who might be in the same boat as I am. I'm sorry, I'm just not I don't keep up with the technology.
Didn't you used to work in electronics?
Yeah, but that was your televisions, and it was stereo systems, and it wasn't. It was when home computing.
Kodak cameras.
It's when men were men.
Don, 99.9% of the listeners probably have a wireless router.
Okay, I'm dumb.
Yes,
I'm
but
sorry,
but if you don't, Don, there may be a USB wireless adapter you could get for your PC to use to
Don, we can make this work.
Yeah, there's
Rob's
a bridge,
exactly
I'm
right.
pretty sure.
Rob's
yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah, there's a USB bridge you can plug into the USB port on your PC and get wireless internet for your tablet through that.
Okay, so tech time is over. Let's jump to third-party news.
okay, sorry. I just wanted to ask that. Thank you.
So, Bold Forms BF01 USB to Wi-Fi adapter is coming out, and it's Gladius Bold Form BF01 Gladius, which is the one of the in the mini the next in the mini of third party, not Megatrons. This is the one that
Although
transforms.
this one actually looks kind of cool.
It's different, and it transforms into a tank.
And a gun.
And a gun.
And a gun.
Yes.
It's definitely not your G1 accurate Megatron, but it's not bad.
I kind of like it.
I don't know how I feel about this.
The only thing I'm worried about is Bold Form's first figure was Lone Wolf, the Motor Master.
Oh,
that,
yeah, that's right.
That they
Never mind.
Now there was
Skipping
some
to the next story, though.
Well, no. I just want to say there was some interesting engineering and some ideas on the figure, but it needed a lot more polish. I'm hoping
Furniture polish.
Needed to rub it out real good.
But you know,
Diecast, put your heartburn away.
But I'm hoping they did learn because, like I said, Lone Wolf did have some interesting engineering tricks. It just the final product was not as polished as it needed to be.
Did he come with Cub?
I'm hoping this will turn out better for them. But I did just want to bring that up that this is their second figure, I believe.
So it's one of those things. If you just want it as a statue, it actually looks pretty nice.
It does.
It kind of looks like. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say I have to give them that at least the sculpting on this looks better than Lone Wolf.
The sculpting looks nice.
Yeah. I like the look of this. I like the tank mode. I was not aware of the group's history at all, and I sure hope that they did learn from that Motor Master, because this could be really good. But it doesn't sound like it may be.
Yeah. Wah, wah. So the
although if someone from Bold Forms is listening and would like to send a review copy to me or Rob to get a second opinion on that, and
Diecast
or
doesn't want
get in contact with us,
or to John, or you can send
or to Don.
Or to Don.
Mm-hmm.
Don, we need to do those toy reviews.
I know. I haven't been up to it. I'm just.
I need you to review all of your toys, Don.
Don doesn't have internet.
In order.
Don doesn't have internet fast enough to do this.
Get him a camcorder.
And he can mail me the tapes.
Wait,
Yeah.
Don has a laptop, right?
Yeah.
So okay, what you do is you record all your stuff. Take your laptop to McDonald's. Get on their Wi-Fi. That's gotta be faster than your home internet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea. Okay, so Perfect Effect, PC06 and PC07. Combiner Wars, Devastator upgrade, parts. We have new photos and release date. I'm not buying this stuff.
I'm debating canceling my order for the elbow set.
I don't need it. I'm fine with Devastator as he is. He's not the perfect Devastator by any stretch, but he's okay. And I'm not gonna. I have never bought actually an upgrade kit for there's a Prowlhead. I've never bought the upgrade kit for a combiner, and I probably never will. So
yeah, the thing about the elbow kit too is I was looking at Long Haul the other day, and it looks like you may have to remove pins to replace those.
Okay, so you don't actually replace Long Haul's arms. The new ones are gloves that go over the existing arms.
okay.
And the wrist and hand, like the lower half of the forearm, hinges up around the existing forearm. It's a very weird system that they seem to be trying to not make obvious. But you do have to remove them from the arms for combining or for transforming Long Haul.
I want to make this point. Do not mistake my apathy for a condemnation on its quality. It looks nice. I just don't need it.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's been so long, I'm just kind of losing interest overall.
And
well, we have
yeah.
been devastated out, kind of.
We've been devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt was going to say something, I think.
I was going to say the one about the elbow set. The fact that it keeps getting pushed back isn't helping matters either.
Perfect Effect kind of does that sometimes, though. Like, they project a release date and then it's a couple of years later.
And yeah,
I think that happens
they
with
push it
Rio
back long
Convoy.
enough for me to not care anymore, and I cancel my pre-order.
Yeah, and
I mean, I think
considering they're kind of in a race with Unite Warriors here for who gets elbows first, that's not a wise idea.
True.
Yeah, and this is going to come out in mid-December, I think. Now, And I think that's going to put them basically at the same time Devastator's hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice try, guys.
Yeah, okay, so let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. We moving ahead. 2 items popped up over the weekend. Super surprised, but, again, we may never get them. Fans Toys reveals unofficial Masterpiece scale hot rod named Hoodlum. And, what's his name? Sovereign, who is Galvatron. They look nice. I think Hot Rod looks way better than Galvatron, personally.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they both look nice.
Galvatron, the problem with Galvatron is his shoulder pieces are just a tad too big for the figure. That's, if they could fix that, I think it would make it look a lot better. Of course, you have no idea how that interacts with the
Cannon
with the
mode.
transformation. So
Yeah. Yeah.
That Galvatron's also a very obvious early 3D print, so like stuff can still get tweaked before they cut molds.
yeah, and
That's
I
true.
think everyone's mentioning, the shoulder pieces are just way too big. So hopefully that is something that they can easily tweak.
I don't know that they're too big. I mean, in a drawing, it would look fine. I think that's going to be something that's kind of hard to balance in 3D. Like Mega Galvatron drawn out, to me, those should look pretty freaking huge. But it does look off. And like comparing this to, like, I like DX9 stuff. I mean, I think DX9 stuff's good. I won't call their stuff masterpiece quality because it's not masterpiece quality in my mind. But it's really good, and it's better than like Generations and Combiner War stuff. As far as the design aesthetic goes, but I like it. I like DX9's Galvatron better than this, and I would say this would be
I agree with Brian.
I feel like if the shoulder things tapered just a little bit more, even if they were the same size, just a little bit more tapered to them, they'd probably look better.
So Don is showing off his carry, and I've decided that I prefer my Cloud Rodimus to that, and I don't need it.
You are.
I'm 100% honest there.
Oh, don't listen to him.
Cloud Rodimus is fantastic, Don.
Yeah.
This guy-
you're, like Cloud
figure-
Rodimus fits in with classic stuff, which I think is important. Carry doesn't fit in with anything.
Exactly.
The robot is masterpiece size. The car is classic size. There's no middle ground with it.
I mean, it's the engineering's nice, but
Oh, sure.
that's not
I'm
enough.
just saying, like, there's no collection that it actually fits with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fits with my collection just fine. But
Yeah.
And it's wasted effort where they could have made another GoBot, but they didn't.
Or, like, if they would have made an Armada Hotshot instead.
Well, I will proudly display Carrie right beside Kronos. And you
Oh,
all
don't
can
do
go.
that.
No.
Thank you, Don.
Carrie doesn't deserve to be put up there with Kronos.
yeah,
I mean, like, why would you put Carrie in the garbage like that, Don?
well, as soon as I get a suitable Skyfire in my review, I am going to light Kronos on fire. That's going to be like the end part of the review.
In robot mode, at least, Generations Jetfire is a perfectly serviceable Skyfire.
You know what you should really do, Diecast, is take Kronos, put it in water, and freeze it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be fantastic.
And then light them on fire?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
One day when we all meet, my goal is to be the one Don kills last.
You've met Don before in person, haven't you?
I have not.
Really?
No, because
No,
Don didn't go to
make it to
Sharticon.
Yeah.
That's the only time Rob has made it out with all of us.
Yeah, sadly so.
Well, I've hung out with Rob.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but Don didn't go to Universal either.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
But I will say, I hope we do see some pictures for Hoodlum before the Masterpiece Hot Rod comes out.
We will.
Because Fans Toys carries a lot of weight with me because I am buying their Dinobots. And I really like the looks. Well, I want to like this Hot Rod because Masterpiece Hot Rod still it just kind of wonky donkey on me.
So did were you guys talking about the Grimlock last week? Have we do we know what that looks like yet?
It does not look like Grimlock. Pretty
'Cause
much.
I actually missed it. Hey, and one thing I failed to mention, and I absolutely should have mentioned this at the beginning of the show. So we mentioned, there are things in the show notes, etc. But if you listen 6 months later, you don't want to go to the website to find it. So starting with this week, if you want to find an episode of RFC, the show notes, just go to tfradio.net / then the show number. So this week it's tfradio.net /443. And it'll take you right to the show notes, and I'll have links and everything available. So if you want to see the links to all the material that we are talking about in the show, it will be there.
I love this hot rod. This hot rod looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm and again, like I said, with Fans Toys carries a lot. Fans Toys is getting to be like, well, they are like Mastermind and Fans Project. That there's just a lot of innate. Okay, I know who's doing this. Let's see what they've got. Versus.
And speaking of Fans Toys, I should have their test shot of Spotter soon to do a review on.
I was hoping you were going to say Stomp.
No, Spotter.
What's Spotter?
Spotter is their reflector.
Oh, okay.
So on Twitter, Fezaid had and I were talking about this over the weekend, and he said that of course it looks good. It's like a render or whatever, and that's totally true.
Yeah.
So it does look nice, and but I will feel much better once I actually see it, and once I find out that it's $30, and I will gladly buy it at $30 instead of $200 or $150 or whatever it's going to be.
He'll probably be about 100.
Yeah, that's what I would expect. I mean, it's gonna have to be
For the
like
size.
Autobot car size, so it's not gonna be that big.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. If this thing does that shoulder rotation transformation from when Hot Rod's on Quintessa, that'll get me to buy it just to see how they engineer it.
You'll need to have your ceiling cleaned. That'll be great.
No, still, somebody needs to make a Hot Rod toy that can transform all the ways Hot Rod was animated as transforming.
That would be the Hero Smashers one, probably.
So, and Don, I want to say this. I'm not picking on you. I'm sorry.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes, no, I'm not. I will get an email saying I'll get an email saying you picked on Don. I'm like, I'm sorry, Don. I didn't mean to.
That was actually Don.
Kilby, just because you say I'm not picking on you, Don, doesn't mean that you're not picking on Don. Like, that doesn't make that true.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
yes, it does.
It's like where you can't apologize for something before you do
I
it.
apologized today in a blanket statement for the next 6 months to a friend of mine. I said, I apologize for the next 6 months no matter what I do. So I'm absolved of everything.
Wow.
No, not really. I'm sorry, Don.
Can I say that on the show right now?
Yes.
No.
If anybody needs to.
He should also apologize for the last 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah,
6 months before that.
Like, yeah. I got a lot of apologizing to do.
But I will pick on Don for not clicking mute. Okay, so moving along.
By the time I cough, I can't click mute.
Do you not have like a second to like think about it? I can hold my coughs.
Okay, I'll try. Sorry.
Don't hurt yourself though. Don't be like, oh. Don't do that. Yeah, like don't hold your breath. I don't want to see you pass out, Don. Please don't pass out.
But y'all would love that.
If you do get a better angle though, because I want to see.
Right. Brian lives the closest, so if you pass out, he has to drive there.
Well, I would absolutely, if Don passed out on the show, call whatever the rescue squad is for in Don's hometown, and then call and see if I actually need to go visit.
Call the volunteer fire department to go and help them.
Yeah.
This is Brian Kilby from Happy Day.
Yep, that's exactly right.
I just reported Don falling.
Hey, Don Ferguson up here at his apartment, he passed out, and I don't know what's wrong with him. I think he probably got too excited about the new, about the Kronos figure that he got. So, yeah, it'd be something like that. Okay. So,
No, I'm sure you'd blame Miracle Whip at some point.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I would have blamed Miracle Whip if I thought about it. DX9
food
Hulkie.
poisoning. Food poisoning from Miracle Whip deviled eggs.
Kronos is probably also partly due to Miracle Whip.
Ooh. Interesting. So DX9 Hulkie, we have new photos. That's the Legend Scale Unofficial Devastator. It's pretty cool.
I
didn't-
like
I'm-
these.
I'm-
I
I'll
like
admit-
these a lot more than I thought I was going to.
That's me. That's me, Matt. Because it's just I thought this is cool. This would be nice just to see how it turns out. I'm actually kind of thinking about it, just because it'd be nice to have a little pocket stater.
Yeah, Pocket Monster. That's nice.
He wants a Devastator that'll fit in his pocket.
How much does this do these cost?
Two packs for $50 each.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm not buying it. No.
Wait, as in each, as in all 6 of them?
No,
Well,
three
two
packs for
packs.
$50 each.
Oh, okay. That's
So yeah, about
slightly
140
less
$150 bucks.
Yeah, 149 is what was the last price I heard.
yeah. less
No,
ridiculous.
not buying it. I'll pay 50
Yeah.
for it.
I'm down.
I also don't like how small the Drumlin Mixmaster is. It just looks wrong.
There'll be a third party add-on for that.
Oh my god. It's pretty cool, but
Dr. Wu will just make their own Mixmaster with blackjack and hookers again.
Uh huh.
I would feel like I was buying like Minicon packs at Family Dollar for $50, and I just can't do that.
I understand.
No, that's Minicon packs at like Rite Aid.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, the drum is small, but I can live with that. It's a nice looking toy, but not for $150. Nope.
Well, I mean, you have to put it in context too. It's 6 figures of Legends-ish size, and $25 is actually kind of the low end for third-party figures at that scale.
Yeah, not buying it.
I know it's kind of a shock all at once.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. On the network this week, we have Being Awesome with Rob Springer, episode 34. Rob is awesome with Q&A questions. And the RFC minicast episode.
Could you say it's a question and awesome session?
Could be. That's a good point. The RFC minicast 35.
Good job, Don.
Wait, Don's choking. Don, I didn't want you to choke. I'm sorry.
He's
Come back,
falling
Don.
over.
Don, please come back. Please, Don, don't. Okay, he's okay. He's not purple. He's okay. Don, say something.
He doesn't know how to
Unmute
turn
first,
off
Don.
mute.
No, I'm
You're
sure
right,
you.
Don?
I'm sure you didn't want to hear my nice phlegmy cough. So
No.
We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yes,
very
thank
much
you,
so.
Doc.
Thank you.
Yes, the listeners appreciate that. Okay, so RC Minicast, episode 35. John, Matt, and Don discuss the Fort Max leak in detail. So, and, oh yeah, RC reviews. I
Love that transition. Oh yeah, RC
Oh,
review.
no,
yeah, we
dude,
gotta talk about
I did the show notes, so I only put those 2 in, so I just now saw that. RC reviews, Red Megatronus, and MMC Spartan.
okay, I gotta say this. Everybody does need to subscribe to RSC Reviews. However, be prepared for something of a massive quantity of downloads, because it will download everything Diecast has done to your timeline over on YouTube.
What?
So you'll have
I don't get
yeah,
that.
because when I hit subscribe, the next day everything loaded into my subscriptions, and I had about 50 reviews in a row.
Oh, that's because you subscribed and I posted all I posted all the episodes. That was only ignore Don, people. That Don is living in the past.
Okay, all right, okay, because I hit subscribed and then I had just
No, so we literally
No,
transferred.
That's
Don,
because of the time.
Don,
That's because of the specific timing, Don.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
should be
Don,
okay.
this isn't like Usenet. It doesn't actually download all of his posts to your computer
I
when you
know
start
it.
subscribing.
And I misusing it.
Me too. But no, Don, we posted all of Diecast reviews in overnight. So that's
Oh,
what
okay,
happened.
all
Yeah.
right.
So ignore Don, please. And when Don tells you to listen to another podcast or another reviewer, just ignore him. TFYLP/Amazon. Okay, so that was my favorite part of the show last week, by the way. I laughed out loud. Was that Matt? I think
No, that wasn't me.
I laughed out loud. That was great.
And I've got to be on there this week. This is
We
my
had
own.
a really good time recording last week.
Yeah,
Easy listening, Don.
Yeah.
Jazz Master Don.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the RID Megatronus is definitely a warrior class figure.
Okay.
It's not a bad tank. I just really dislike the head sculpt because it's just a battle mask and it looks, I don't know, it just looks weird to me. And
Well, get the general retail one that's going to come out soon-ish.
oh yeah, there's another one coming out.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, with actual face.
So yeah, I mean, if they fix the face, I mean, that's definitely worth picking up. It's a decent figure for what it is, and Spartan is awesome. He's very tight though. I still need to loosen up some of his screws because he's just scary tight.
Matt, have you got yours yet?
No, pile of loot still. I'm waiting for Onslaught.
Because it's like, I still would love to have some reason to get the figure. I just have no.
Watch my review. You'll want it.
No, he needs some reason to get that figure, and he just cannot find.
It's just the record is just not a part of my reading history, and the character has always been a Tangeal one. So
There's no point. Go ahead, Don.
But the figure looks incredible. I love the way the figure looks in the transformation.
I'm the same way. Like I liked Last End of the Records, but I don't think there's any point to read it now. But it's a nice looking toy.
It's
Well,
still really good.
It's really
and
really
the
okay.
sequel's coming out.
Yeah, and it's
next
about to be
week.
relevant again. So
Yeah,
Like it was really
like
really.
it's read it for background.
It was really really good before More Than Meets the Eye. Now it's just really really okay.
no, it's still really good.
No,
it's not as good as More Than Meets the Eye. I will agree with this, but it's still good.
But
It's
More
coming
Than
out
Meets the
with
Eye
a-
is also almost up to like 50 issues now. So.
Yeah, and Last End of the Records is at least something of a controllable size. Something you can start with. So
yeah, it
will make you want to buy MMC Spartan. So
yeah,
read
Maybe.
it.
It's true. Okay.
that is one thing I do kind of regret about third-party stuff. It's you can take a chance on a deluxe Transformer that you know nothing about, saying that's neat, I want that. A little bit harder to do it when you get into stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob, what's on TFormers this week?
Okay, well, XV reviewed Transformers 47, formerly known as Robots in Disguise. I am almost done with Combiner Wars Wave 4. I've got Deluxe Prowl up this week. Probably Battlecore Optimus Prime will be next week. And before I get done with Wave 4, we're going to be jumping into Wave 5, of course, and so we are doing Combaticon Awareness Week, which is, I'm going to be writing articles looking at the history of the Combaticons and various related groups, and of course, XV is going to be doing video reviews of Wave 5.
And there's a really good article about Generation 1 Bruticus up on TFormers right now.
Yes.
Very cool, very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a day for Radio Free Cybertron. By the time you listen to this, if you listen to it after, say, Friday morning, I would say that we probably might have a new show posted that you might want to check out. So that's just a heads up.
For no reason whatsoever.
I'm not saying there's going to be an RFC extra, but there could be an RFC extra.
Very likely an RFC extra. And unrelated to that, we got to go. So we'll see you later. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
People watching live, unrelated to that, we got to go.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
So we'll see you later. Sorry to rush off.